Hola!
Hello.
Hold on, my camera ain't working. I'm gone.
I don't even have time to fully review the unhinged meme that Cosmo just posted.
It's not that unhinged.
It's so funny. I love it. All right.
Wait.
Oh,
I
that's
got just to the first part.
That's
yeah,
long.
I
Yeah,
was just
it
reading
is.
the
It
first
is a
part.
long one. Yeah, it is a long
Yeah,
one.
I was like, I'll read it on stream, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Nope. I have to like get into my screen to look at it.
But hello
I love
everybody. Yeah, we are just going to chill and hang out tonight. Well, we're going to be working on a subclass. Continuing work on our Channeler Wizard. Working title. We don't know if we're going to keep that. But yeah.
Hopefully we'll make it past level 3 today.
Well, we're done with level 3, so.
Oh, good. We've already accomplished it. We can end the stream.
Yeah. What you're looking at right here is a list of my characters. Most of them I have never played. They are just theoretical characters because I'm forever DM. And then some of the DM PCs, like Bjorn. There's Bjorn.
Yeah, Bjorn.
Don't out him like that.
He's
Yeah,
undercover.
A lot of test characters. Very few have I actually played. But that is beside the point. But before we get into it, just real quick, if you want to support us in making more content more frequently, you can support us on Patreon. You'll get exclusive Discord access. You'll be able to hang out with us over on the Discord and play some games with us. We do eventually want to do some gaming with patrons, streams, things like that. Currently,
Hey.
currently,
I love it. There's no better way to prep than watching D&D.
welcome.
Exactly.
But yes, so with the and recently we go through phases of what games we like to play. So right now we're kind of on a World of Warcraft high a little bit. So yeah. If you're a World of Warcraft player, you can run some Mythic Plus with us. We totally won't use our clout to get carried through keys. Yeah, totally.
I'm just here.
See, I would love to do like a huge party of like 20 people in peak.
Oh my god.
I think that would be so funny.
That would be
That would
awesome.
be chaos.
Just so many people.
That
All
would be
fighting
awesome.
over 20 marshmallows at the top of the hill.
Just have
Fight.
you're the last one alive. There's just 20 ghosts all around.
All of them in your face.
But yeah, so just a quick shout out to our Patreon. You'll also be able to get sneak peeks at projects and stuff we're working on. But yeah, other than that, let's get into the
The channel wizard.
I
so
didn't realize this is gonna be a hangout one. I gotta get my tablet.
Your tablet.
Oh, yes.
Your table it.
All right, so basically, for those of you tuning in, and for Bentley, because we did this on the Sunday stream with the Paragon, not the, rather than with you, Bentley. So, so basically, the vibe of this is a wizard that carries an object with them that they can channel their magic through. So it's something that they can cast their stuff through, but it's we kind of want them to place this object almost like, imagine a stationary magical turret is pretty much what it is. So this guy can go and place down magic beacons or conduits is what we've called them so far, that you can cast spells through as if you were standing in that space. And then I believe we said it uses your vision stats when casting through it and all that kind of stuff. So let's go into this ability, what the level 3 ability's done. So Arcane Conduit. This is when you get the subclass at level 3. When you become a channeler at level 3, you can imbue a non-magical small object with your arcane power to connect yourself with it, creating an arcane conduit. The object must be small enough to be carried in one hand by a small or medium creature and weigh at least 1 pound, and can be used as an arcane focus. Initially, you can have only one arcane conduit, increasing at higher levels, 2 at level 6, 3 at 10, and 4 at 14. When any of your conduits are destroyed, you can recreate them or imbue other objects to become conduits at the end of a long rest. Alternatively, you can expend a spell slot of level 2 or higher to instantly recreate one conduit on your person.
Which we wanted to make it a little bit harder to recreate, so you can't just do it with
Right.
all the level 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, as a bonus action, you can place the arcane conduit in an unoccupied space you can see within 15 feet. Within 15 feet of yourself, and activate it. While activated, you can cast spells from the conduit space as if you were in that space, as long as you were within 100 feet of it, and the conduit cannot be worn or wielded while activated. Conduits cannot concentrate on spells, so any concentration spells caster will require your concentration. Additionally, activated conduits emit a dim magical light in a 5-foot radius, and creatures cannot occupy the same space as it. The The conduit cannot move on its own, and you can recollect your conduit by entering within 5 feet of it and deactivating it. No action required. The conduit uses your senses when casting spells through it, such as dark vision or blind sight. Active conduits have an AC of 10 plus your intelligence modifier, minimum of 0, and HP equal to 4 times your wizard level. When the conduit is forced to make a saving throw, it uses your modifiers to determine the roll. Conduits also have immunity to psychic damage and are immune to the following conditions: poisoned, prone, charmed, feared, stunned, unconscious, petrified, stunned, and exhausted. Oh, I put stunned twice. Let's fix that.
It can't be stunned twice.
It's doubly immune.
And then when the conduit reaches 0 hit points, it is destroyed.
Do you think 4 is too much at that level?
Well, it doesn't make it so you can cast. It doesn't make
Extra.
it so you can cast
That's
extra
fair.
spells. You just get to cover more ground.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so that's kind of the main thing with it. And then let me just go into the actions thing and fix that little double thing as well. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so that is the base thing of the class. But we kind of want to take the approach of the Totem Warrior Barbarian, where at certain levels you get options to kind of customize your things. So this is your first customization that you can get at level 3. And there was one thing me and Andrew talked about that we can add, that we want to add at the end. So let's read the ability first. So Channeler's conduits are unique to them, and they take on different properties depending on the wizard that wields them. Choose one of the following options to enhance your conduits. You can have Mobile Conduit. As a bonus action, you can move one of your conduits up to 15 feet in any direction horizontally to an unoccupied space, and this movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. So you can reposition it without having to go up to it. And one thing, Andrew, that I was thinking with this is pretty good because this is still very much worth taking, even compared to the other two, because we were saying it might be a little bit underpowered. But think about it. If you want to reposition it, you have to run up and grab it. And while, yeah, it doesn't require an action to pick it up, and you can use another bonus action to throw it back out, you got to put yourself in danger to do so.
I would say, too, put a limit on that, where it's like, as long as you are within 100 feet of it. So then that way I can't be a mile away.
That is true. That is true. That should go for all 3 of these. Yeah, that should go for all three of these abilities.
Yeah.
All right, so basically these are your 3 options to choose. So that's the Mobile Conduit. The next one you get is Magic Dart. As a bonus action, you can fire a Magic Dart as if from the spell Magic Missile to a target within 120 feet of the conduit, dealing 1d4 plus 1 force damage as long as you are within 100 feet of your conduit. Yeah, so you have that. And Defensive Field. As a bonus action, you can designate one conduit to emit a defensive field, increasing the AC of creatures of your choice within 10 feet of the conduit by 2 until the start of your next turn, as long as you are within 100 feet of your conduit. The conduit's AC remains unaffected.
So if you have like multiple out, it's like, all right, I got the tank over here, I got the barbarian over here, the ranger over here. You can choose which one you want to boost their AC for 1 round.
Yeah.
Do we have an option to
And then the thing that we were going to add is when you gain a level in this subclass, you may change your specialized conduit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what we were wanting to do is for each option, every time we get a new option, we kind of have one that's a little more utility. At least 3. We can have more, but at least 3. One that's a bit more utility, one that's a bit more defensive, one that's a bit more offensive.
Do we want to do a... Because we have an offensive one, the utility one, the defensive. What if we did one that debuffs the enemy? Yay or nay?
I say a debuff. I would be down for that, but I would say let's keep the early game simple. Have that be because that
like a
could
later
be
one,
the quote unquote defensive or offensive one in the next one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think level 3 is good as is. I don't think we need to add
Level
anything
3
extra
is
to it.
fine. So that is what we have so far. It took the whole stream to finish level 3.
Yeah, we spent like 3 hours just doing that.
Because the arcane conduit ability itself was so complicated, trying to figure out how to word it and make it not overpowered but not unusable, and just
when you're having to do it and you're doing spell casting through it, like you have to take into factor what are all the spells that are going to be cast, is make it so it's fun and doable without either breaking the game or being underpowered,
or making the other wizard subclasses not even worth playing. That's the main thing. But one of the things though is it sounded like me and Andrew were arguing a lot in the last one, but immediately after we ended stream, I went up to Andrew just like, Andrew, thank you for keeping me in check. Otherwise, I would make the most overpowered BS so much.
I just tried to play devil's advocate the whole time.
Yeah, he kept trying to summon Satan and like he was drawing pentagrams out there.
Here's an idea. Let's sell our souls. Is that Studio C
that's
who
a Studio
does that?
C skit.
Yeah. Love that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, level 6 ability. So basically, let's kind of gauge what the power level is for level 6. So this is evocation.
Right.
So this is the evocation thing. Basically.
Oh, that's like one of their best things.
This is one of their best things the evocation wizard gets is the sculpt spells where creatures caught in their AoE effects take no creatures of their choice caught in their AoE effects. You can make them automatically succeed and take no damage. So you can fireball on your enemy or your allies without consequences and make them immune.
Dude, the level 6 one for the diviner is great too.
What is the?
It says casting divination spells comes so easily to you that it expends only a fraction of your spellcasting efforts. When you cast a divination spell using a level 2 or higher spell slot, you regain 1 expended spell slot. The slot you regain must be of a level lower than the slot you expended and can't be higher than level 5.
That is insanely good. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like that gives us a little bit of creative liberty.
And then the illusionist, you always have the summon beast and summon face spells prepared.
What?
When you cast either spell, you can change its school to illusion, which causes the summoned creature to appear spectral. You can cast the illusion version of each spell without expending a spell slot. Like
What
casting
is this madness?
These are busted, man. All right, so no weak sauce
Okay.
for level 6. Got
Yeah,
it.
so we can kind of.
This is where we should have our active abilities. Oh wait, no, we already just did active abilities. I don't know. We could think of something.
Yeah, we can. So we have ones that would. We have ones that would kind of do that. So we can do some pretty strong passive abilities and or things that can require your reaction. Because that's one of the biggest weaknesses of Wizard. They don't really get to weaponize their reaction without Warcaster. Obviously, counter spell and stuff, depending on the spells you have, they might be able to. But yeah. So, And well, one thing we can do. One thing we can do is oh, yeah, let's go with let's go with the passive abilities and make them nice and strong. So some really decent passives. Things that won't take up your action economy.
Okay. Well, I do like the idea of having the subtle one.
Yeah, that could be one of the... I don't think it should be the only utility thing, but that's a really niche one. We need to include that. But I don't think that should be the sole utility thing.
Oh, no, definitely not. Yeah.
So,
yeah, we were thinking because, like, right now you can only see that you can only do it if you're within, I think we said 100 feet to be able to use them and see through them and all of that. So we were thinking of doing like a subtle passive where basically you can now see through it within 1,000 feet and it doesn't glow. You can still only cast through it if it's on there, but then that way it's like you can use it as like a role-playing I'm gonna set this up on a bookshelf, you know, and listen in on this conversation, kind of a thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, starting at level 6, the energy within your conduits manipulate the energies within and around them, granting them additional effects, and we can just have that. And then
Yeah.
one of the following effects. Alright, so first things first, we'll do the subtle conduit. Your conduit no longer produces light, and as an action, you can see through the conduit. You can see through the conduit. You can see
Up to 1,000 feet away.
While you are up to 1,000 feet away.
As
All within 1,000.
long as you are within 1,000 feet.
This does not,
of-
and I would say it does not make you deaf and blind either. That's another little powerful thing. Because usually the find familiar and all that kind of stuff, you're deaf and blind when you're seeing through other stuff.
I feel like just like from a in-universe perspective, that would be very disorienting.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be it would just be very disorienting, literally seeing and hearing two things at once, having two sets of vision.
It's just schizophrenia.
And so
Double
I
vision.
think we, in my personal opinion, I think we should scrap that. If you give me a second, let me finish typing this out, just so I don't lose it. There we go. So yeah, your conduit no longer produces light, and as an action, you can see and hear through the conduit as long as you are within 1,000 feet of the conduit. And so yeah, so with this is also before I go into a way to buff it up to make it even stronger.
Yeah.
Is they basically this could be really good, because even though you'd have to be closer for this to work, it'd be a great scouting thing. You set up your conduit and you can just slowly move it to scout out a place, and as long as it's using your rolls, So as long as if I feel like if you're proficient, I'd say let the DM rule if this would work. But how I would rule it is you would be able to roll a stealth check using your stealth, but scout out with your conduit danger free. Conduit gets found out, you get out of there. If you have the mobile one that lets you move it with your bonus action.
Right, you'd have to. Well, but even the mobile one, yeah, you have to be within 100
I know,
feet.
which means you can't do it from this distance. But if you're behind a wall,
True.
you're outside a building. Send it in the building to go scout it out.
That would be fun.
Or
the other option is you could do an Arcana save DC to see if they notice, almost like seeing through an illusion.
Yeah. So I would say that would probably be more up to the DM,
Right.
and how it would be detected. But that is a possibility. It leaves room for shenanigans, is basically.
Right.
But anyway, back to what I was originally saying. Now imagine this, because I feel like mechanically, I don't think it's too overpowered to be able to see and hear both things at once. Because you can kind of, sort of already do that when you can kind of, sort of half do that when when your conduits are out, because it does use your vision, but we flavor it as it being kind of automated a little bit, almost like a turret.
Hmm.
But once again, you have to be within 1,000 feet of it. But what if instead of being blinded and deafened, or instead of not being blinded and deafened, what if the thing that made it more powerful was the conduit is undetectable by divination magic such as detect magic? So if you're using it to scout it out, you send it to scout out a thing and it's got a magic enemy in there that's like something's off, and they do detect magic to see if they're being scryed on. If you're, let's say we have what our original idea was, you have your staff just leaning against the wall, it wouldn't ping with detect magic.
I feel like detect magic would bypass it because you're using a spell slot for it. I think they should still be able to see it. You wouldn't see School of Magic or anything because it's not a spell.
Well, you're not fully using a spell slot for it. I'm saying that could be the thing that makes the subtle part of it more powerful. It might make this more worth taking. It's still very niche, but if it can bypass.
I just thought of something that we need to add to the original one too, because we have it within 100 feet you have to cast. I think we should have to do, even if I can't see the creature, I should have to be able to see the conduit to be able to cast through it. Otherwise, what I could do is set it up and run 3 rooms away, and be perfectly immune to all possible damage and still be casting spells as if I were in there.
Yeah, well, we talked about that. We balanced that. We want to be able to do that, because the Order of Scribes wizard can just do that as well.
Oh, they can be behind a wall and doing it?
Yeah. They can totally be behind a wall. That is what I want from this wizard subclass, to be able to do that. And how we balanced that was making the conduits relatively squishy.
Which, do you remember what level was the Scribes one?
I think it's it was on the old.
Yeah, I haven't pulled up.
I want to say it was level 6. But yeah, that's one of the things that makes the Order of Scribes so good, is they can wait outside and send their spectral thing, which need I say is completely invincible, completely untargetable, completely invincible, and impervious to everything except dispel magic. And they can just wait outside and send that in with the party and be casting spells through it like normal.
Dang.
Mine can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears, no action required. Okay, so that's how they worded that. Yeah. The difference is you can only cast spells through it equal to its proficiency bonus.
Yes, but once again, the balancing comes in where you can just kind of do it with the conduit, but the thing is, you have to be the one to go up and place it yourself. Another player can't place it for you, because you have to be within 15 feet to activate it, first of all. And so another player can't place it for you, so you have to get in there to place it down beforehand. You have to get in there to place it down beforehand. And then the other thing that balances it is it's targetable. So even if like you have the mobile thing and you set it up and let it march in and just start firing off spells, they can fight back and break it.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, yeah, because I'm just thinking on like levels of the balancing where we have multiple, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, just some ways to make it, because right now as we have it, you can cast through it indefinitely. Which even with it being able to be broken, like it got decent health. Two possible things to do is, one, make it so you have to be able to see the turret, so that way you could do it. You can still do it around corners and still do that. It's just you would have to be able to, as long as you can see the turret itself within 100 feet, then you can cast it. Or an alternative option is if you're casting ranged spells, you're limited to like, you can only cast it up to 30 feet from the. So that wouldn't really work because you got some really big range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to cast Fireball, you have to cast it on yourself.
yeah. I was like, wait, no, that doesn't really work. That one doesn't work.
I think I like that. You don't have. You can cast it on corners, but you have to see the conduit.
Yeah, as long as the conduit is in sight, not the enemy. The conduit is within sight.
Yeah. We'll go back and add that once we finish typing this up. But I agree with that. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Because if the other one wasn't limited, if the scribe wasn't limited by proficiency bonus uses, then I'd say, yeah, keep it as is. But where it has that limit, I think we should add on a limit as well.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so we got this subtle conduit. So yeah, so that is an option of doing the... Or maybe if they cast Detect Magic, they have to succeed an Arcana check to be able to see it. If they succeed an Arcana check, then it will glow.
Because I feel like if you're taking this... Because let's be real. How many times have I used Divination Magic against you?
I don't know. I don't keep track.
Not a lot. Like, in 8 years, probably 2 or 3 times, if that.
That's a lot.
And so, the thing is it's like, it's such a niche thing. I don't see why it would be so overpowered. Because...
True.
Because like it's like it's a very niche thing. Because not only,
it's more, it's less about the enemies doing it and more about, like, say, player versus player in a mindset where you're trying to do something and you don't want the wizard to know, kind of a thing. and he has something placed down. So you check for it. I'm thinking more just like
no.
very niche situations.
The spells will work. It's the staff itself. The conduit itself does not register as a magic object. If it casts a spell and the spell is going, they'll be able to see the spell.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think I'm fine with that. I think I'm fine with that. Just as an extra little thing. Such as spell detect magic.
Such as detect magic.
I know that this is also like probably a really like niche thing. I don't know if it's needed, but I was thinking like a limitation for it. There won't be like a whole lot of uses for it, but would it make sense to limit it so you can't cast touch spells through the conduit?
True, because you can't reach out and touch.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to have it bend down and. Yeah, I feel like
that's a good point.
That should be a limitation. So
and they can't do. You can't occupy the same space, so.
Yeah, and then also you can't.
That's a good point.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's also the. There's also the. I feel like that it shouldn't be able to cast a spell on itself either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we make it so the mending spell repairs it, or no? Kind of like an artificer.
Huh.
I think. Well.
Mending takes a minute to cast, so it's not like you can do it on demand.
And I would also specify it does not work if it's already broken. And then all of its hit points are reset on a long rest. These are little details. We're still talking about level 3.
All right, we'll go back to it. Let's focus on level 6.
Important little things.
Okay, so we got the subtle conduit.
I sent you a message in Discord, Gavin.
He cussed me out.
It's like it's the online version of the Michael Scott.
Send nudes.
I was gonna joke about him saying your mom or something, but
Right.
Okay.
I thought too highly of you.
I need to lock in. Let me get my back straight and my chair tucked in. There we go. Sitting up straight.
Okay, so we have the subtle conduit as a utility one. What would be a good attack passive?
Attack passive. So maybe.
What if you had a passive that allowed you to use touch-based spells?
Yeah.
Arcane hands. Grabby fingers.
Swiper, no swiping.
Malleable conduit.
Swiper is swiping.
Make physical contact with its target.
When cast, to be able to.
Yeah. Your conduit can bend, reshape itself for an instant to make physical contact with its target, allowing it to cast spells with a range of touch.
Yeah, there you go. Should we, because it can't really, well, I guess you could do the mobile thing, so you could combine that and do the mobile. So there is that as an option. Should we make it so it can reach within 10 feet? No, that's too much.
No, way
Just
too much.
if it comes within 5 feet, then you can.
Yeah.
Because that also allows you to do things like cast things like
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds
Eh.
if you have access to it, but
Yeah,
like
but you'd have to write that spell.
But it doesn't just have to be harmful spells though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I believe
Well, there you
haste
go.
is touch as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's an option. What's a good defensive option?
Let's see. You could have it provide some. Oh, actually, I have one. What if when you finish a long rest, you can choose a certain stat, and then everything within 10 feet of your conduit has advantage on saving throws of that stat.
Would it be just all of your
conduits.
stats?
Yep.
I like that. You get to do it per long rest.
You get to change
Ooh.
it every long rest if you
Yeah.
want.
And they have to be. What did we do the range for the AC? 10 feet?
10 feet, yep.
So still keep it at 10 feet?
Just 10 feet.
That works for me.
Okay, what would we call it?
I was thinking also what might be an interesting like defensive capability for them. I don't know what you'd call it, or maybe this might not even be part of the same spell. But the idea was like if either you, the caster, or the conduit health would be reduced to or below 0, then as a reaction you can like swap places with it, and whatever occupied that space after took the hit instead. So if you for some reason wanted to like save your conduit for some whatever reason, you could take the hit instead. Or but most likely too, if like your conduit, or if you're going to take a hit that would, you know, result in death, you can sacrifice your conduit.
Yeah, what if you did it like once? The way you could do it is be like
It'd be
once
like
per long rest.
Yeah, once per long rest.
I
You can
feel
do
like
it.
I feel like that could be another level 6 feature.
Yeah.
To
Called like
I
emergency measures
yeah,
or
I don't think we
something
should
like that.
I don't think we should be doing the teleportation thing, because that's like a conjuration thing. Conjuration wizards
yeah.
get the teleport. We don't want to step on their toes. But I like if you were to be reduced to 0 hit points, you can sacrifice one of your active conduits to drop to 1 hit point instead of 0. Once per long rest. So you basically get a relentless endurance.
How does the
Nice.
teleporting work for those warriors? The what are they called? Not Psy Warrior.
Echo Knight.
Echo
Echo
Knight.
Knight?
I believe it is when a creature, when a creature takes a hit, that a creature you can see goes and takes a hit, you can swap places with them. It's like kind of like a get down, Mr. President teleport. But
Right.
the thing is there's no range on it. There's no range specification. You can do it from any distance as long as you can see it.
Right. I mean, I kind of like the teleporting idea, honestly.
The main reason why I don't want that is not because it's not fitting or it's not good. It's just because then why would you pick the conjuration wizards are all about teleporting as well as summoning. Teleporting is a conjuration thing.
Because it's still like a very niche way to even use your teleport. Like it's only as like an extra prevent you from being downed.
Which the
That's-
conjuration can only do it once per long rest as well.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah. They can only teleport up to 30 feet once per, and they'll swap places once per long rest. Or you can use a spell slot to do it. Also, that one is as an action. Yep, that one's as an action rather than a reaction.
Yeah, I
What if instead, rather than one, they used it where it's like you sacrifice all active conduits.
How many can they have out?
at this
At level 6,
2,
they'd have 2. So it's like a last ditch effort kind of a thing. And then if you want to back out, you'd have to.
well, the thing is if we specify all active conduits, then the strategy would just be never have all of them out, always keep one in reserve.
Fair. Well, no, because it's a once per long rest thing.
So yeah, so that doesn't change.
Oh, yeah,
that,
you're
that
right.
literally changes nothing.
Yeah, so maybe just
Yeah.
sacrifice one. Now, would we do it where it would just be like a relentless endurance kind of a thing where it's like, all right, you negate 1 health, or would we allow it to be when they want, as far as
Nah, relentless endurance. Well, when they drop to 0 hit points, they can obviously choose not to if they don't want to.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
don't,
we could label it as if you were to be reduced to, so if you were to be reduced to 0 hit points,
when you are
you
reduced to
as a
0 hit-
reaction.
you don't need to use a reaction for it.
Yeah. But then maybe make it to where it would reduce that conduit's HP to 1 and maybe make it inactive so they have to use a bonus action again to activate it.
No, I think it should definitely break if
It
you're
should break
using
because
it.
you can get it back
Yeah.
at long rest. Yeah.
Or with the 2nd level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that should just be a thing that they all get at level 6, not one of these options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's focus on these options for a bit.
Okay. What was the? Oh yeah, you're talking about the saving throws one.
Yes. So we can call this the augmenting conduit. When you finish a long rest, choose an ability. Choose an ability as strength, dexterity, etc. Creatures within 10 feet of your conduits. Creatures of your choice within
Yeah.
10 feet of your conduit have advantage on
An important
saving
distinction.
throws. Have
Nah,
advantage
I want to
on
hit
saving
every character.
throws.
Of the chosen
Of the-
ability.
Chosen ability. You can change.
Ability score? Ability.
It's just ability
Why does that feel wrong?
because you almost never use it.
Yeah.
You choose an ability.
Like saying
score.
bubble too many times,
Yeah,
you know?
but it's like, yeah, but the thing is, if you do ability score, choose an ability score. I choose 18. That's what an ability score is.
Why didn't you choose 20?
Yeah, you can change the chosen. You can change the chosen ability. Each. Okay. So we got a slightly offensive one. We've got the one that gives advantage to the defensive.
Don't paladins get something like that with saving throws for their auras?
They get the auras, which gives a flat bonus.
It's a flat bonus, is what they
Yes, flat bonus.
get. Okay. I'd prefer them to be synergistic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get like a +5 or something.
Yep, they get no, it's a bonus equal to your charisma modifier.
Yep. All right, and then
Nice.
let's see any other. Any other utility-based ones? There's one that could be pretty niche if you have a second spellcaster in your party.
What?
What if you could through one of your conduits give one of your spell slots to a party member. So you have a level 3 spell slot, but the cleric is out of level 3 spell slots. But somebody just died and they need a revivify. So you give them your 3rd level spell slot so they can cast it.
So I think
That-
of bolstering magic,
That's cool.
but one thing instead of two.
I would definitely say if you did that as an option, I would say limit once per long rest on that one.
I like it, but I don't know if it really fits this vibe. It kind of
Yeah.
does, but keep that ability in mind for future subclasses, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Something a little bit more utilitarian.
Some kind of speed buff, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe you could no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Because that's basically just meta magic, so that would not work.
Let's throw in. I'd say that I now that I've thought about it more, I do like the swapping places ability, but let's just limit the amount of uses you have. Swapping places with your conduit.
That's what I was saying, just once per long rest.
Yeah. What would we call this one?
Transposition conduit.
And what would it be? A reaction?
Oh, definitely, yeah, a reaction.
Alright, so when a creature hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to swap places with one of your conduits.
Maybe they have to be within a certain range.
Yeah, within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
30.
suggest 15 or 30 feet.
Yeah, within 30 feet of you, forcing the conduit to take the damage of the attack.
Using its AC. Because if your AC is lower than it, so you don't have mage armor up.
I feel like it would be fair to have it just take.
It takes the hit no matter what.
The hit no matter what.
Yeah,
Especially when
that's
you
fine.
get when you get more than you have 2 at this level. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think so too.
yeah,
'Cause
that
have,
is fair.
Yeah, they have to hit. So yeah,
You can use this ability one time or once, and then must finish a long rest before regaining it back. Definitely just one time.
I mean, well, here's the thing though. If thing is should we be able to reuse this ability with any spell
Nope.
slots?
No, because then that completely that would make it even better than the
True.
conjuration wizard, because they have to use an action to do it. They have to plan for it. Where you can use this as a reaction. So definitely just a one and done.
Yeah.
Just a long rest or short or long rest?
Hmm.
I think I'd be okay with a short rest on this one.
Because the thing is, if it takes the damage and goes down, you don't get another one back. You don't get your conduit back, so you are kind of sacrificing it.
But we're not guaranteeing its death.
I know, but I'm saying if it does. So I feel like
I'd be okay with short rest. I'm in favor of more abilities that come back on a short rest.
Because the main thing, what I was saying though, is if you lose it, you don't get the conduit back on a short rest.
Yeah.
Only on the long rest. Okay, I feel like those 4 are pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, what do we call this ability as a whole?
You did the wrong copy for the snippet.
Are you guys
I
set
didn't.
on calling the
I thought you
subclass
gotta do that one.
channeler?
That's what we have so far. That's the thought we had. If you
because
can think of a better name, then
Yeah, we're all ears.
yeah, because it used to be like school of, but the new ones, it's like Abjurer Wizard, Diviner Wizard, Evoker Wizard, Illusionist Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more of a working title. We just haven't thought of anything that works.
Conduiter.
Mhm.
Source caster.
A
But what do we call this ability?
well, what did we call the other one?
Specialized conduits.
Ultra specialized conduits. I'm just kidding.
Buffed conduits.
Conduit mastery.
I feel like if we can, I kind of want to make an ability that the title of this ability not have the word conduit in it.
Yeah, fair. Focused. No. Arcanic potency. I don't know. Augmentation.
Augmenting energies.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. So.
Augmenting energy.
Alright, let's go like this. Display order 3 has options. Yes. Save changes. Okay. Copy that. Class feature options. Add an option. Boom. And now if selecting the option from prerequisite class feature option should happen. Nope.
Required class level 6.
6 and no modifiers, spells, or additional actions with that one. Okay, then go back into augmenting energies. Let's do the malleable conduit. Also delete that. Add an option. Malleable conduit. Class level
Oh, what the
6.
heck? You and Erica switched spaces.
I know, I
Oh.
just noticed that too.
I love that you have 3 cats.
Oh, come here, Bubbles. Where are you?
4 cats. So I love it. Look at that leg.
Ah, babies.
Hello. Wait, Erica, where's your child?
Oh, he's an outdoor cat.
No, the other child.
Oh, the other child, she's sleeping.
Oh yeah, we can't wake
I don't
him
want to
up.
disturb her.
No.
Oh, she already woke up.
Okay, good. Bring her. I want to see how big she is. Wait, Toes is a girl?
Yeah.
Look at those feet!
Aw.
He's getting so big!
Can you speak into the mic?
Quack, quack, quack.
Frank.
Yeah, the defining factor is that she sounds more like her mom than her dad. And that's
Yeah.
basically how you tell with ducks.
Uh-huh.
Because female ducks have more of a quack, and male ducks have more of a rasp.
It's all that chain smoking.
Gotta calm her down after that. You can chill now.
I just love how her feet were like...
Yeah, she was. It was to prevent her from kicking. Because if I hold her, the normal way, she like kicks and kicks.
Right.
Because she wants to stand on a surface. But if I kind of flip her upward a bit, the feet
And then
stay.
Actions.
So cute.
Yeah. She is now big enough to jump out of the tote. And she has done so successfully once.
Activation type.
If I try to show my baby, he'll probably hurt me. He's staring at me right now. Come here, Quinn. My turn to share the baby. Oh, you brought me a bone. Thanks. Oh, no, you just wanted to show me. I can't touch it.
Ain't
Come
that
here.
just the way?
Come here. You can't see him. Look at the camera.
There he is.
Hi, buddy. Your breath smells like bone. All right. Yeah, I'll put you down. There you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
Got it.
Yep, augmenting energies, and then going to add a class feature for level 6. Display order 4. Granted. And this one,
I don't think we need anything else for level 6.
we're gonna do the thing the when you drop to 0 hit points.
Well, I think it was either that or the teleport.
I feel like no, I feel like this should be something that all conduit wizards have.
Then let's do it at a later level. Because it's already pretty good for level 6.
You sure?
I think
Yeah.
so. Like,
All right.
Yeah, we could have that just be the level 10 ability.
Level 10. Okay.
Before we do that, let's modify the level 3 stuff before we forget.
Yes. Arcane conduit. So you go like this. And
So it have to be
The conduit,
within line of sight.
the conduit telepathically transmits what you would be able to see in vision as you are within the feet of it, and you must be able to see the conduit in order to use any of its abilities.
And then you are not able to cast touch spells.
Here we go. You can cast spells from the conduit space with a range greater than touch. Actually, conduit space excluding spells with a range of touch and spell.
Yep. It does not want you to do it. Oh, I think you ran out of word space.
I did.
Oh.
Literally by 2 letters.
Let's see.
There you go. Nice. Just enough.
There we go. Very complicated subclass. No.
No! Not again!
Well, this
You're
can't be
editing
good.
too much. It's happened to us sometimes in the past.
Edit.
Okay, so that one's still good.
Yeah, no, it's
That one's good.
but the snippet one still needs.
Oh well, we can leave that for now.
Well, the thing is, I think it's gonna do it with everything if it's an internal server error,
Right.
because that literally means stream's over, can't do anything else, literally.
Right. Well, I mean, we could still theorize on the level 10 and the level 14. What, Siphon? Would Siphon be the best?
You're siphoning the energy from your conduit to. keep
True.
yourself
Yeah,
alive.
you're not teleporting. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. You're right. In my head, I was still thinking of the teleporting.
And you drop to 0 hit points. And you can destroy one of your activated conduits within 30 feet of you. To drop to one point instead.
Destroying your conduit. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. You can destroy. Protect you.
Use this feature. Do so again until you finish a long rest.
You can only do it as many times as your proficiency bonus and your intellect modifier.
Oh, that saved. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it was just that the snippet that was freaking out.
Yep, okay. And actions, we just gotta go like this, so it's got
It wouldn't be an action though, would it?
it's so I can do this. Activation type, special, reset type, long rest.
Ah, so then that way it gets a little square.
Yep.
Fair.
Okay.
Uses 1. Save. Awesome.
I like it. All right, level 14.
Should that be that's the only thing at a level?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at level 14, let's do one final set of options to be able to do. And basically these are, I want these to be full actions. This is your swan song, your magnum opus with it. So I already know what I want one of these to be. So for now, I'll call this overcharge channeling. And what I want is for you to be able to, choose. You'd be able to choose one or more of your conduits. You can do all at once if you want, and literally just be able to destroy them, blow them up.
Yeah, I like that.
That's one option.
Okay. I was gonna say like one of the options I was thinking is to like be able to like blow up your conduits. So if we're having different like. Are we wanting to have like different effects that would happen?
Yes,
if you blow them up.
This is something. Basically, I want you to. One of the options is to just blow them up for damage. The main thing is.
Okay. Yeah, I had a similar idea.
Yeah, because the main thing I want for this final ability is overcharging. You're overclocking it. You're putting your conduits into overdrive to do something with your action. And so yeah, your conduits can contain more energy, and you can now have them overflow with your magic to overcharge them, producing powerful effects. Choose one of the following overcharge options.
Arcane Blast.
Rupture Conduit. Or
Overcharged Rupture.
Overcharged Rupture. I hate it when it does that.
Just copy one of the words up there that is not. Apparently not.
Freaking, sometimes the programming of this website gives me a freaking aneurysm. I'm gonna break this monitor.
Breaking everything.
I would just
Sorry.
copy one of the lines from level 6. From level 6, I said.
It puts them in bold. That's
This-
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, go to level 6
Mother
and then
effing-
overwrite the whole thing.
Website every time.
It's so great. I love it.
Freaking hate it. It's so annoying.
See, that was easy.
You're punking the bear.
I will kill Belden.
He's not the one that said it.
Yeah, he'll kill Bentley instead. Watch, you're gonna delete it. If I were you, I would get rid of everything except for the Y, and then delete the Y at the end.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I called it.
Yes, you did.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
My gosh. Choose any number of your active conduits within 100 feet of you.
That you can see.
And
Fireball is a 20-foot sphere, right?
yeah,
Okay.
all creatures within 10 feet of any string conduits must exceed a I feel like it should be Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal to your spell save DC or take. Because here's the thing, this is like your capstone subclass ability, but the fact that you could potentially stack 4 explosions on each other.
True.
So, what should the damage die be? It's going to be force damage.
Looking at some of the other ones real quick.
Because one thing is, if you do explode all 4 conduits, because if you do something like 4d8, that would end up being, or sorry, 3d8, which is my first thought, that would end up being 12d8 damage as a single thing, but that uses up all your conduits.
Yeah,
And you can only do this once.
it's like at 14th level, whereas where you're fighting some like pretty nasty
Yeah,
stuff.
I feel like 3d8 per conduit is pretty good. That's like a diet fireball without a spell slot.
Diet fire.
I was thinking you guys would be a lot more savvy on like numbers and how relative they are to other classes than I am. But what came to mind was like 2d6 plus 4 per conduit or something like that.
Well,
A fireball, a 3rd level fireball, which you can cast at level 5, is 8d6. Is how much the fireball would be.
So max
So-
of 42 damage maximum. And so the thing is it's like, because you can choose to explode one, or you could literally go nuclear and do all 4 at once. And if
Well, and I don't think this one, if we do the 3d8, I would say, what if we did 3d8 plus your intelligence modifier? Because you're using your magic to boost it up, or should we not have that? No intelligence modifier. Because if we do the 3d8 as an option, don't limit the ability to keep on using this. So in other words, if I use another second level spell slot to get another one and I want to do it again, let me do it again, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
True.
Well, so 3d8, that's a maximum of 24. So you could potentially say the highest roll you could get is you have 4 out. That is 12d8 damage, which is 96.
A maximum
You
of
could
96.
maximum of 96. Keep in mind, that's a 4-round setup of having to put them into a specific spot and then get said enemy into a 10-foot range of all of them. So it's like the chances of you being able to pull that off.
True.
Now, if you divide that out between, makes it a little bit easier.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like setup wise.
Maybe we can change it and have it be you can only do it to one conduit. You can only do it to one conduit, but buff the damage.
Yeah, although if we do that as an option, then I think we should limit limit to
Once
long
for
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in favor of that rather
Right.
than doing any of them. I think I'd rather do
Choose-
one and it just have it be a big one.
Yeah. Choose.
Because otherwise you're having to do 4 rounds of
Yeah,
setup
that's
to get
true. I
it
didn't
to
think
work
about that.
properly.
Choose one of your active conduits within 100 feet that you can see and channel your magic through it, causing it to rupture. All creatures.
And maybe, and if we're
within-
gonna do one, I'd say do it within 15 feet rather than.
Yeah, 15. Because then you also don't. Your party doesn't have to use their entire action to dash to just get out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even in difficult terrain, they could still get out of it.
Or take. All right, and
So you have 8d6 as a fireball.
okay. If we're doing one thing, but it does a massive amount of damage.
8d8.
No. Not quite that high.
Because evocation, you get the ability at 14th level. You get the ability.
But, not that many dice, I should say. Not that many dice. Because what would feel really bad is if you use this and all your dice were garbage. So we want to add a modifier so you at least get some amount of damage with it. So hear me out. A decent amount of dice. We could do 4d8, maybe even 5d8, plus your wizard level. So 5d8 plus 14, or half on a successful save.
Well, how much would that be? That's 54. 54 damage maximum.
At this level.
Yeah. But then that would be minimum damage. You're guaranteed to do at least 19 damage at that level.
Yeah, which
Which even if they succeed the save, you're guaranteed to do a minimum of 8 damage.
yeah,
9 damage.
which sounds like it's not a lot, but you also have to remember you're not using a spell slot for this. You're not using a spell slot for this. You can do this on the first turn, and it's AOE because it's like, yeah, sure, maybe.
True, it is AOE. That is a very good point.
Because it's like
You're not
19
targeting one person.
Yeah, 19 guaranteed damage on.
I wasn't thinking about the AOE.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like you could think of like, oh, the way the open hand monk's ability is way stronger, but they can only.
But it's
that's
single target.
Since you're blowing up everything within 15 feet, and you could be up to 15 feet away, you can literally go, toss it in, run back, and blow, you can just basically you're basically running up and tossing a hand grenade into their lap.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I kind of like that.
Yeah. And then if you know it doesn't do enough damage for the situation that you're in, use a different use an actual spell as your action that might be more beneficial. It might not be something that you will use every single encounter, but when it comes up, it'll be super useful.
Yeah. We got a spell slots and last ditch effort kind of a thing. I could get behind that. Question is do we want to do multiple things or just have this as an option?
Oh, we're gonna do multiple options. This is the quote-unquote offensive one.
Okay. Yeah, I think 5d8. Should it be wizard level or should we just go off of intellect modifier plus proficiency? Or just
Wizard
intellect?
level.
Wizard
You'll
level?
end up getting more. You'll just end up
Yeah,
getting
and
more
you're only
damage
doing
out
it
of that.
once per long rest, so.
Yeah. Alright, let's just... Nice. Calculator. 5d8. 5d8. Actually, we don't need to do it. It's not like an action thing.
5d8
Let's see.
plus your wizard level.
Fake. 5d8 plus your wizard level. Yeah, I don't know how to program it on here. Yeah, 5d8 plus your wizard level.
The other option is we could just say plus 15.
Nah, I like it scaling up, getting stronger as you do.
Yeah. I just don't know how to program it.
Yeah, we can figure that out in a bit. But force damage, half as much on a successful save. Hello, Pokeniner.
Hey, it's Pokediner!
Long time no see. Once you use this ability, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that. Okay, so what would be a good defensive?
I'm thinking you overcharge and destroy it to create a shield.
Maybe like a sanctuary kind of a thing?
Yeah, almost like a mini wall of force.
Or... No, that one only works against celestials and undead, so that wouldn't work. Or fiends, I mean. Because we already have something boosting AC, and we have something boosting your saving throws. So...
We can have it give a significant boost, like bonus HP to like every creature you choose within
Ooh,
range of
yeah,
one of your
maybe-
Ooh, do
conduits.
like a bunch of temporary health.
yeah, yeah,
Or
that's what I meant.
And then limit it once per long rest. Crush one, and then just do like, oh, boom. It will do your wizard level of temporary health.
nah, I feel like if it's one for long rest, I feel like it should be another die roll with it, and then you can divvy it out among creatures within range. So it's like, let's say you roll the dice, add your wizard level. Let's say you get 30 temporary hit points. but there were 3 players in range, you could get each of them 10 or one of them 30.
Roll for the hit die. How much for spells at that level? What kind of temp hit points are you able to divvy out and like healing and everything?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. Go ahead and look that up. I'm going to use the restroom while you're looking that up. So
Okay.
give me just a minute.
So level 14, you're able to cast up to a level 7 spell. So let's go over to the spells here, and we are going to filter level, go the opposite direction, and let's go down to 7. Let's see. So this level, what does this one do? No. These are all offensive ones. Let's see. Regenerate. A creature you touch regains 4d8 plus 15 hit points. For the duration, the target regains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns, and any severed body parts regrow after 2 minutes. That's cool. Just regrow a part of your body.
That is cool.
What if you cast it on a body? Will they grow just a new head?
I don't know. Let's test
Like
it.
at that point, you have to be dead, right? So you'd have to use like resurrection
Probably. We
because
could
you
test
can't
it.
heal. You can't heal a dead body, you know.
We should play test it ourselves.
Yes. On Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not Belden. He's not ready to die.
Yet. Just give it time.
Okay. So what was the consensus on that 10 hit point?
I think it shouldn't be too crazy. I think it should either be a flat amount that you get to divvy out, or just a dice roll, but not a combination of them both.
Okay. Maybe each creature within range, you can give them temporary hit points.
Or if you just do like 3d8 temporary hit points, and it just gives it to everybody.
Everybody gets 3d8.
Yeah, because you have to be within 10 feet.
Okay. Overcharged. Bolster. As an action. And overload your with abjuration energies to protect Alex. Should this also destroy your conduit?
I think all the overcharged abilities should.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Choose one of your active conduits you can see within 100 feet. Use under be within 100 feet. Overcharge. All creatures of your choice. Hello, Velixion. All creatures of your choice
Hello.
within 15 feet or 10 feet.
I think we can stay within the 15 feet.
15 feet. You're overcharged. Conduit. Gain 3d8 temporary hit points. The conduit is destroyed. Once you use this ability, not do so again until you finish a long rest.
You got to add to both of these the fact that it's destroyed.
I have.
Where?
Causing it to rupture.
You did not.
Oh,
you did not.
on the first one, but on the second one, I literally said.
Yeah, I was talking about the first one.
I need to grab some water real quick.
Rather than doing like 3d8, 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 I think you should just roll one flat 3d8, and then that applies to everybody equally. So if you get 24, everyone gets 24. Or do you think it should be, all right, you get 24, you get 12, you get 3.
I mean, it would be pretty easy to do either way. I'd say leave that up to the DM.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be pretty easy, because if you want to simplify it, yeah. Or you could just have each of them roll their own temporary hit points when they get it.
True.
So it's not like you have to roll it for everybody.
Yeah.
All creatures.
No, I wouldn't say of your choice. Just all creatures, including friendly.
Including enemies?
Of the overcharged rupture, yeah. Let them consume all of their highest tier spell slots, minimum tier, to keep it from being destroyed. Well, part of the reason why we wouldn't do it, so we let it be destroyed, because at this point you actually have 4 conduits that you have access to. So if one of them gets destroyed, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
And then you can always use a second level spell slot or higher to create a new one before a long rest if you want to.
As an action, yeah.
Uh-huh. So having it be destroyed isn't the end of the world. At that level, they have plenty of spell slots they could sacrifice to create another one if they wanted to.
Okay. Which, that is one thing we need to go back and do, is specify the level 3 ability, specify that it's as an action, and then specify as an action, and then
Right, I can't see your face. Could you put your hands down?
specify as an action. We need to. I need to go back to level 3. Specify that you can do it as an action to recreate it. And then also program in the action to recreate.
Yeah, that's true. We do need to do that.
But first, we need one more ability.
So we have a damaging one. We have a healing one. What is another option?
So we have the defensive and the offensive. So if we go,
Usually we have some kind of utility. You can overcharge it to cast darkness on all of your conduits.
That's a bit.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's actually kind of lame.
Yeah.
What if you can basically Nah, I wouldn't want that because you'd want higher level spell slots to do that. There could be spells for that. You know, Andrew, with you moving your arm like that below the camera, that does not look good.
Yeah, I'm hitting my leg with this leg.
Yeah, it does not look good when you're just sitting there.
You can do a 50-foot. I like it. 50-foot glitter bomb.
50-foot glitter bomb. This will never
to
get
do
out.
to do pizzazz damage.
That could be an interesting thing though, of you destroy it to inflict some sort of status effect.
Like what?
Um,
I'm like, you could well, you know,
a lot of
that logic doesn't
a
work.
lot of your spells can kind of do that though if you spec into that.
Yeah, the spells can already do it, and
we're talking about like utility, maybe like, because I mean this is 14th level. It's got to be like.
Yeah, and it's got to be as good as these things.
It's got to be good. Maybe like any of your when you cast it, you like any creatures you choose within like a certain range of your conduits, like regain a bonus action, or they gain true sight or something like that. I don't know.
Well, Valexia just said you could do like a flash bomb.
Yeah.
Like a blinding light.
I mean,
Yeah.
Because most things aren't
deaf.
immune to being blind. Blind and deaf, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that, or one thing that we could do is, what if we overcharged it and it allowed it to cast a concentration spell with a concentration spell of a level that is 1/3 or lower than your wizard level, rounded down.
I think having 2 concentrations is too much.
Yeah, it can get pretty crazy.
Those are some of your scariest spells.
You didn't let me finish. At a super reduced duration. Like maybe like 12 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd rather not have the ability to have 2 concentration spells going, even if it is reduced. Those are some of the craziest stuff.
Actually, yeah, I think I have one.
I do like the blinding one. I do like that one.
What about this one? What if, as an action, and this doesn't destroy any of your conduits, but you can just do a do this once for long rest. As an action, you can reposition basically teleport up to all of your conduits and relocate them to any place within range, which is the 100 feet. So you can just roll them all out and then reposition all of them at once to key locations.
Move them, or if they don't have them out already.
Both. Move existing ones and activate all 4 at once. To any location within 100 feet of you once per long rest.
That'd be a good utility one, because then you could, instead of having to set up 4 rounds of putting them, you could just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you can.
And at that point, you wouldn't be able to do like the overcharge stuff because it's that or that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, still once per long rest, though, definitely.
Yeah.
Another idea that Valexian had is do like maybe like a stasis field where it's like frozen in time a little bit.
Yes, the main thing with that is, once again, this is level 14. When it comes to wizards, your insane things are going to be from the spells you pick. Because you have to,
Right.
At this level, you're manipulating reality, so there's probably... There's a spell that can already do that, basically.
I know, I was looking at some of these spells, I'm like, these are insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as an action...
At this point, you can do
Up to all 4 of your
full-on
conduits
teleport, plane shift,
and place...
generate resurrection, reverse gravity, simulacrum. So you could do some crazy stuff. I'm gonna do a simulacrum, and then my simulacrum is going to put down his 4 conduits. Of death. Oh, these are awesome. I can't wait to get to this level.
Okay, as an action, you can activate up to all 4 of your conduits and place them in any unoccupied space you can see within 100 feet of you. If you already have active conduits, you can move any number of them to any unoccupied space you can see within 100 feet, while still activating any dormant ones.
How terrifying do you think Medusa would be with a robe of eyes? Absolutely terrifying. unless of course that robe like folds, and then she can see into her own eyes, and then she'll just turn herself into a statue.
As well as activating...
Dormant.
There we go.
I like that because you could combine that with like the defensive ones, for instance. Your friends are spread across and just boom, 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 boom. You have it already set up.
Yep. Save changes. Okay. As options, yes. All right. So let's do the overcharge rupture. I already know. I know how to program this. It's gonna be a little bit tedious, but it's okay.
Reputure. What are you drawing, Erica?
I don't even know.
Some unholy amalgamation.
Not quite.
Actions. We go like this. Action type. General name.
Can I see? You should share it in Discord.
Ability score type. Intelligence.
Okay. Fine.
Is proficient. Save type Constitution. And it does 3.
5d8.
Oh yeah, it does 5 D8. And success. Damage. Fail. Full damage. Damage type. Force. Area of effect type. Spear. 15. Activation type action. Reset type long rest.
Nice. I like... I think I like the bottom one the most. Or the top right.
Level overrides.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it.
15. It does 5 D8. 15.
Eat.
At level 16, it does 5 D8 plus
At level 6.
16. I know my numbers. Get up.
What is this ability?
And then you lose it. Does 5 D8 18.
Luckily, we're doing this at a later level, so you don't have to do it
Yeah.
20 times.
Mm-hmm.
18.
D8 plus 20.
There we go. Smart.
Beautiful. And save. Then go back. Let's do the bolster.
Overcharged bolster.
There we go. And add an action. It is general name.
Overcharged.
And dice count it does.
You gotta change the fix the spelling.
3d8. Activation type, action, reset type, long rest, boom, boom, save, and limited use. 1.
Or long rest.
That's up here.
Okay, cool.
I love how it's every creature within 15 feet. Oops. And overcharge activation.
Wait, did we make the healing? That one should be of your choice.
That's what I said, and then you said you said change it to all creatures.
For the ruptured one. Because you were in the ruptured one, you were doing of your in the ruptured, the explosive. So I think
No,
you were.
you must have not been paying attention where I was typing, because I did all I was planning on doing all creatures. So you stopped me from doing of your choice when I was typing it in.
You were in the ruptured for that one.
If the camera says otherwise, and you're wrong.
I know what I'm doing after stream. But yeah, the healing one is of your choice. But the damage one is not. That one's everybody.
What? Babe. Beautiful. Yay.
Nice.
Here we go. Okay. And delete that.
Well,
Save changes, and we can go back and modify our bard subclass because they've added this creatures. Add a creature rule.
oh, that's cool.
You have a creature-based bard,
Yeah.
Yep.
so Disney princess.
Sort
College,
of.
yeah, pretty much. College of Monsters Bard.
Yeah, you get to basically.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah, you get to invoke the legends of monsters to summon them. There's a legend of, like, I think there's Ravager, Pest, and then I think like Colossus. Something along
I
those
don't
lines.
remember. Yeah, I'd have to look at it again.
Okay. All right, and then
Let's go through and look at this.
wait, there was one other thing we needed to add to the first thing. Which
We're out of
I know,
typing space.
Let's see.
you've hit your character limit.
50.
Any of your conduits are destroyed. You can... Ah! Alternatively, as an action, you can expend a spell slot level 2 or higher. to
That is a
instantly
good distinction.
recreate. Yes.
We put it as a bonus action to put it down, right?
Yep.
But you could put it down in the same turn if you wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good distinction. There you go.
Aha.
Nice.
And action. General. Aim. Alright. Then action, reset type, other. There we go. And doesn't need any additional programming because you'll just use a spell slot for it. There we go. Okay. Now let's go into it and look at it from the full-on thing. So, we need to come up with a lengthier description.
Yes.
Which we can do at any point when we actually start writing this. But we are only missing one more subclass, and then
Clerics, right?
yep, just the cleric, which we discussed the theme of it earlier today. So we're set on that, and then we can begin doing more monsters and start chipping away at the behemoth that is creating new spells as well.
Yeah.
But first, let's go over this. Character. So, basically, wow, it's displaying all the options twice on this.
Yeah.
Because you have it
You
in
got the
description
overarching thing, and then the optional.
That was one other thing. We need to add to the level 6 and
So if it's displaying twice, then what we should do is get rid of the overarching description of the breakdown of them, and then just leave the options up. And then when they're going in and picking them, that way they're not, when they're in their class list, they're not seeing all the other options. If they want to change it, they can go in and do it in the level thing. Like for instance, with the I'm trying to figure out the best way to voice what I'm trying to say. With the Bear Totem Barbarian, they don't see a breakdown of all of the abilities of the totems. You have to pick the option, and then it will give you the description.
Yep. I see, yeah.
Since it's in the options, we should be okay.
Yeah. Granting additional effects. Granting additional effects. Gain a level in this subclass. And change. Can use another, or you can replace voice with another one from this.
Yep.
There we go.
And then before we do the other ones, let's look at it. Make sure it looks okay.
And where is Channeler? Options from this list.
There you go.
Okay.
And then we could do the same thing with the level 3 one. And the level 14. You gotta change the snippet too.
Just kidding. Here we go.
The 14.
And then, yep, there's a level 14 one.
Perfect.
Just out of curiosity, I want to see if the fused sorcerer probably has that problem to a huge degree. Okay, no.
Oh yeah, it just has the option, so yeah. No, it does.
Yeah. Oh well. It's just for D&D Beyond. As long as it functions correctly.
Yeah, which we can play with it. It's fine.
Yeah. But Channeler.
Just scroll down just to make sure. There we go.
Yep. Okay. So, Arcane Conduit. When you become a channeler at level 3, you can imbue a non-magical small object with your arcane power to connect yourself with it, creating an arcane conduit. The object must be small enough to be carried in one hand by a small or medium creature and weigh at least 1 pound and can be used as an arcane focus. Initially, you can only have one arcane conduit, increasing at higher levels. 2 at level 6, 3 at level 10, and 4 at level 14. When any of your conduits are destroyed, you can recreate them or imbue other objects to become conduits at the end of the long rest. Alternatively, you can expend a spell slot level 2 or higher to instantly create one on your person. That one didn't change.
There you go.
Dave?
Ah, that's why I didn't say.
Dave. Must be within 2 and 2 and D48 characters.
There we go.
Cool. If they click on it, they'll see the 2 at 6, 3 at 10,
Yeah.
4 at 14.
Okay. All right. Channeler. When you come to Channeler at level 3, you can imbue a non-magical small object with your arcane power to connect yourself with it, creating an arcane conduit. The object must be small enough to be carried in one hand by a small or medium creature and weigh at least 1 pound and can be used as an arcane focus. Initially, you can have only one arcane conduit, increasing at higher levels. 2 at level 6, 3 at level 10, and 4 at level 14. When any of your conduits are destroyed, you can recreate them or imbue other objects to become conduits at the end of the long rest. Or as an action, you can expend a spell slot of level 2 or higher to instantly recreate one conduit on your person. As a bonus action, you can place the arcane conduit in an unoccupied space you can see within 15 feet of yourself and activate it. While activated, you can cast spells from the conduit space, excluding spells with a range of touch and self, as if you were in that space as long as you were within 100 feet of it. And the conduit cannot be worn or wielded while activated. Conduits cannot concentrate as spells, so any concentration spells cast throughout require your concentration. Additionally, activated conduits emit dim magical light in a 5-foot radius, and creatures cannot occupy the same space as it. The conduit speed is 0, and you can recollect your conduit by entering within 5 feet of it and deactivating it. No action required. The conduit telepathically transmits what you would be able to see in its position as long as you're within 100 feet of it, and you must be able to see the conduit in order to use any of its abilities. Activated conduits have an AC of 10 plus your intelligence modifier, minimum of 0, and an HP equal to 4 times your wizard level. When the conduit is forced to make a saving throw, it uses your modifiers to determine the roll. Conduits also have immunity to psychic damage and are immune to the following conditions: poison, prone, charmed, feared, unconscious, petrified, stunned, exhausted. When a conduit reaches 0 hit points, it is destroyed. Specialized conduits. Channeler's conduits are unique to them, and they take on different properties depending on the wizard that wields them. You may choose one of the following specialized conduit options. When you gain a level in the subclass, you may change your specialized conduit. Defensive Field. As a bonus action, you can disintegrate one conduit, or you can
designate.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that didn't sound right. You can designate one conduit to emit a defensive field, increasing the AC of creatures of your choice within 10 feet of the conduit by 2 until the start of your next turn. The conduit's AC remains unaffected.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Magic Dart. As a bonus action, you can fire a magic dart as if from the spell Magic Missile. Oh, sweet, I programmed that right, so you can go
Do
like
that. Yep.
to a target within 120 feet of the conduit, dealing 1d4 plus 1 force damage. Mobile Conduit. As a bonus action, you can move one of your conduits up to 15 feet in any direction horizontally to an unoccupied space, and this movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. Augmenting Energies. Starting at level 6, the energy within your conduits manipulate the energies within and around them, granting them additional effects. When you gain a level in this subclass, you can replace your choice with another option from this list. Enhancing Conduit. When you finish a long rest, choose an ability such as Strength, Dexterity, etc. Creatures of your choice within 10 feet of your conduit have advantage on saving throws of the chosen ability. You can change the chosen ability during each long rest. Malleable Conduit. Your conduit can bend and reshape itself for an instant to make physical contact with its target, allowing it to cast spells with a range of touch. Subtle Conduit. Your conduit no longer produces light, and as an action, you can see and hear through the conduit as long as you're within 1,000 feet of the conduit. I can change the language on that, but it still works. Yeah. You are blinded and deafened while seeing through your conduit. Additionally, your conduits can no longer be detected by divination spells such as Detect Magic. Those spells cast through them remain unaffected. Transposition Conduit. When a creature hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to swap places with one of your conduits within 30 feet of you, forcing the conduit to take the damage of the attack. Once you use this ability, you cannot do so again until you finish a short or long rest. And then, Siphon. In dire situations, you can recall your... that's at level 10. So I need to add the starting at level 10, but that's fine. In dire situations, you can recall your magical energy to protect you. When you drop to 0 hit points, you can destroy one of your activated conduits within 30 feet of you to drop to 1 hit point instead. Once you use this feature, you cannot do so again until you finish a long rest. An Overcharge Channeling.
A short or long rest. Or no, yeah, long rest.
Finish a... Yeah, that one is a long rest.
Yeah.
And then, overcharge channeling. Your conduits can contain more energy, and you can now have them overflow with your magic to overcharge them, producing powerful effects. Choose one of the following overcharge options. When you gain a level in this subclass, you can replace your overcharge channeling choice with another from this list. Overcharge activation. As an action, you can activate up to all 4 of your conduits and place them in any unoccupied space you can see within 100 feet of you. If you already have active conduits, you can move any number of them to any unoccupied space you can see within 100 feet of you, as well as activating your dormant conduits. So you can do both at once, if you already have them out. Once you use this feature, you cannot do so again until you finish a long rest. Overcharged bolster. As an action, you can overload your conduits with abjuration energies to protect your allies. Choose one of your activated conduits you can see within 100 feet to overcharge. All creatures of your choice within 15 feet of your overcharged conduit gain 3d8 temporary hit points, and the conduit is destroyed. Once you use this ability, you cannot do so again until you finish a long rest. And then, overcharged rupture. As an action, you can overload your conduits with raw magical energy. Choose one of your active conduits within 100 feet of you that you can see and channel your magic through it, causing it to rupture. All creatures within 15 feet of the rupturing conduit must succeed a con save equal to your spell save DC, or take 5d8 plus your wizard level force damage, or half as much on a successful save, destroying the conduit. Once you use this ability, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Right. Let's see. What did Poker Miner just say? Siphon feels far too strong, honestly. Comparing it to something like Blazing Revival in Wildfire Druid, while Wildfire Druid can restore up to half hit points, having a free health sack to use is crazy strong, and that is limited to a long rest. Oh yeah. The Siphon, it's a one.
It's once per, the Siphon is once per long rest, and it's like Relentless Endurance. Instead of dropping to 0, you destroy one of your conduits to go to 1 hit point.
Yeah, so you just stay at 1 hit point, and it's once per long rest.
Once per long rest.
I said short rest, but I was looking at the transposition one. I kept on getting those two mixed up.
At 14th. Wildfire Druid by sacking their spirit.
The same. Okay, let me look at it. Go to classes. See, this is why we like doing it on stream, because you get the other input and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Druid. Oh yeah, it's on the old one.
Yeah, they haven't updated it yet. Let's see. So yeah, this one is different. It's the same thing. You destroy your conduit, but you don't regain any hit points. You don't regain any hit points with it, and so it basically lets you tank one more hit. So if the thing has multi-attack, it reduces you down. It just means you eat one more hit before you go down, and when your conduits is destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, the other potential one... No, I don't know if it basically just gives you Relentless Endurance.
Yeah.
If you do it as an orc, though, you get 2 uses, wouldn't you?
Theoretically, yeah. It's a pretty specific build. I don't see why that would be a problem, considering how powerful things can get.
Right.
The idea of having a sacking object lets you try and cheat death while you... Ow.
We do have the teleport option. True. The other thing is all of these conduits are like all flashy and
Yeah, they're flashy.
not moving.
Yeah, you can't move them
And can
unless
be
you use
broken.
specific abilities. And they do have HP and hit points and things like that. They do have like HP and hit points, so they can target. The conduits themselves are targetable things. So if you don't have any, in order for this ability to take effect, you have to have a conduit that has to be out and activated. So if you don't have any that are activated, they're all destroyed, used up, or whatever. Then
You also have to be within
that.
30 feet,
Yep,
is what we said?
Yeah, you have to be within 30 feet of...
Maybe the alternative is we could say you have to be within, like... Because usually the range is shorter. We could say within 15 feet. Just have to be extra close to one. The other thing, too, I've been thinking a lot about, like, their health and balancing all that kind of stuff. I think I still like having them just have 3 times health
Yeah, when you have...
rather than
that's a
4
lot of
times.
hit points,
That's too much. I think it should just be 3 times your wizard level rather than 4 times.
Yeah.
I keep track of all their hit points. Make them a little more fragile.
Yeah. I still like the siphon ability because one thing, Pokeniner, I don't see why that would be a...
Well, the other one also gives you all the hit points too.
Yeah, the other
It's
one
so
is
nice.
a higher level because it gives you all the hit points and everything. And I don't see that there's any problem that the opponent could be surprised by you not going down immediately. But yeah, I think I agree that conduit should be a little bit squishier.
Yeah, they should be a little squishier. Make it 3 times, and then I would not be opposed to making the siphon. You have to be within 15 feet of one, so you got to be like real close for it to work.
Yeah.
At that point, you have 3 of them. So
Oh yeah, that's true. You do have 3 of them, so that's not a big ask at all.
because that's typically the range we're doing with most of the other abilities, anyways.
At least the high level.
Yeah.
Abilities. Yeah.
Well, even the lower level ones are either 10 feet or 15 feet,
Yeah.
except for the dart.
Because that one's just.
And then remember to put starting at 10th level or level 10 or whatever.
Yep. Yes, I do recall the Dragon Warlock.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. I
That
can't
sounds
remember all
pretty
the
cool.
details about it. Yeah, I can't remember all the details about it, but I remember really liking it. You showed us the Dragon Warlock, and then I believe you also showed us, what was it, the Underwater Dwarves?
Yeah, I love the underwater doors. Those were my favorite. I love
Those
the
are
underwater
so
doors.
good.
But yeah, I remember the Dragon Warlock. It was awesome. The Chasm Dwarves. Yeah. Dude, with the freaking Gale Mohawk on the art style. Yeah, I remember. It was great. Let's see. So yeah, starting at level 10. Here, let me pull up your thing real quick.
There we go. Starting at level 10, you can recall your magic energies to defend you. There we go.
Yep. I would say I have an older piece if you'd like to check it out if you like sorcerers. I mean I like the other stuff. I'd be down to look at it. We're all done with ours.
Yeah, that's the end of the channel. Have we showed you our Fuse Sorcerer Pokeniner? Did you have a chance to see that? I love that.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so
Yeah, that sorcerer.
yeah.
So complicated. I am telling you, that would be such a fun one shot. Just do a Power Rangers playthrough.
That would,
Okay.
yeah, that one would be a lot of fun. But it's also
A
sounds chaotic
fused
having,
sorcerer.
yeah.
Okay. So, so basically, here are our finished subclasses. We haven't play tested them yet, but here's our finished subclasses. We're missing all but the cleric. So we have the channeler wizard right here, which is the thing that we just finished. Circle of the Parasite Druid. College of Monsters Bard. Yep, I called it. It was Legend of the Colossus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing. I love this.
Yeah, that was it's pretty high up on my list of ones that I want to play.
Yep. And then Fused Sorcerer. So this is what we get. So basically the idea of this is a magic item of some sort, or some sort of magical power has infused within the body of them that has a very specific element tied to it. So this is kind of a little bit of a Gish sorcerer, and it kind of turned into the joke. It kind of turned into a joke of it being a Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Does it very much does that. So basically,
we can have a whole team, a whole party of fused sorcerers and have them be different.
Yeah. So basically, when you choose it, you choose one of the what is the type of magic you're fused with: acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, radiant, or thunder. Those are your things. So all fused get access to shield and alter self, dispel magic, aura of purity, and legend lore. And then if you choose fire, you get burning hands, flame blade, fireball, fire shield, flame strike. If you're cold, you get armor of Agathis, rhymes binding ice, sleet storm, ice storm, and cone of cold. Lightning gets witch bolt, misty step, call lightning, storm sphere, and control winds. Thunder gets thunder wave, shatter, thunder step, storm sphere, and destructive wave. Necrotic gets false life, wither and bloom, vampire touch, shadow, moil, and enervation. Radiant gets cure wounds, healing spirit, spirit guardians, death ward, and dawn. And force gets catapult, kinetic jaunt, pulse wave, autolux resilient sphere, and steel wind strike. And acid gets Tasha's caustic brew, acid arrow, gaseous form, vitriolic sphere, and cloud kill. And then it looks a little messy because it's showing
they updated the programming in there.
And then basically this is imbued. This is where you choose your element. And then
you're with that element the whole time.
You're with that element the whole time. And then additionally, as an attack action, you can make a melee spell attack against a target within melee range, dealing 1d6 plus your charisma of the damage type you have chosen. If you cast a leveled spell with your action, you can use a bonus action to make one melee spell attack. So, yeah. And then you get at level 6, you get extra attack if you take the attack action. And additionally, once per turn, when you take the attack action with your infused strike, you can spend one sorcery point to activate one of the following effects depending on your artifact's imbued element. If the effect requires a saving throw, the save DC equals your spell save DC, which is 8 plus charisma plus proficiency. Fire, you get engulf. The target creature must make a constitution saving throw or become engulfed in flames. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage when it is engulfed, an additional 1d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. The creature can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the creature still takes 1d6 fire damage, but is not engulfed. Then, cold, you get chill. The target creatures make a constitution saving throw or become chilled until the end of your next turn, and take an extra 1d6 cold damage. When chilled, the creature cannot take reactions and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. On a success, the creature only takes the extra cold damage and suffers no additional effects. Shock. The target creature must succeed a constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of their next turn and take an extra 1d6 lightning damage. On a success, they will still suffer the extra lightning damage but are not stunned. Thunder, you get blast. The target creature must succeed on a strength saving throw. If you push 15 feet away from you and take an additional 2d6 thunder damage. On a success, the creature takes the extra thunder damage and suffers no additional effects. Necrotic gets withered. The target must make a con save or become withered and suffer an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. While withered, the creature has disadvantage on constitution saving throws till the end of your next turn. On a success, the creature takes the additional necrotic damage but suffers no additional effects. Radiant gets flashed. The target creature must make a constitution saving throw or become blinded until the end of their next turn. Additionally, the creature suffers an extra 1d6 radiant damage on a successful save. The creature takes the extra radiant damage only. Force, you get shoved. The target must succeed a strength saving throw, be knocked prone, and suffer an extra 2d6 force damage. On a success, the creature takes the extra force damage only. And then acid, you get corrode. The target creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be doused in acid and have its AC reduced by 2 until the end of your next turn and take an additional 1d6 acid damage. On a success, the creature suffers the additional damage only.
Nice.
Then, also at level 6, you have affinity to your element, giving you resistance to it. Then,
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
the imbued stride, which I believe is at the next level.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Which we also need to reformat this for the D&D 2024.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. But we've got as a bonus action, you can activate your imbued stride for 1 minute. For that minute, you gain extra ability based on the element infusion of your artifact. Once you use this ability, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest, unless you spend 2 sorcery points to activate it again. Fire, Flame Stride. When you activate Imbued Stride, you can engulf yourself in flames and move 20 feet in a straight line without provoking opportunity attacks. Any creature within 5 feet of you at any point of the movement must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 3d8 fire damage or half as much on a successful save. Frozen Footfalls. For 1 minute, difficult terrain no longer affects you, and you are able to walk. And you are also able to walk on liquid surfaces. Additionally, your AC is increased by 1 as ice coats your body. Lightning Strike. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an empty space you can see. Any creature within 5 feet of you at the end of the teleportation must make a dexterity saving throw or take 3d8 lightning damage or half as much on a successful save. One thing that we would need to change is change it for just change Imbued Stride, and then the different element will tell you how long it lasts, if it's just a one and done or if it's a buff. So rather than having it universal for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Necrotic gets, or Thunder gets Crashing Thunder. As bonus action, you can jump up to 30 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. Any creature within 5 feet of where you land must make a strength saving throw, take 2d8 thunder damage, and be pushed back 5 feet. On a success, they suffer half damage only. Necrotic gets Wraith Form. You can become ethereal. For 1 minute, you gain a fly speed of 20 feet and can pass through objects as if they were difficult terrain and gain resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. If you end your turn inside an object, you are pushed out to the last empty space you occupied and take 2d8 force damage. Radiant, you get Ascension. For 1 minute, you gain Radiant Wings, granting a fly speed of 60 feet. Force, you get Psychokinesis. As a bonus action, you can force a creature that is large or smaller to make a strength saving throw or be moved up to 30 feet in any direction you choose. The creature can willingly fail to save, and you can move yourself as well. In Acid, you get Slippery Escape. As a bonus action, you can partially melt the floor and slide atop it, allowing you to dash without provoking opportunity attacks. Additionally, you can force one creature you come within 5 feet of during this movement to make a dexterity saving throw or take 3d8 acid damage or half as much on a successful save. And then, as your capstone, you get Perfect Infusion. Your bond with your artifact has become complete, allowing you to temporarily completely merge with it in body, mind, and soul. As a bonus action, you can fuse with your artifact completely for 1 minute. When fused in this way, you gain immunity to your chosen imbued element, and any damage you deal of that element ignores resistance and immunity. Additionally, the damage of your infused strike and offense strike increases to 2d6 while Perfect Infusion is active. Once you use this feature, you must finish a long rest before you can do so again.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do definitely need to tweak a little things, but rules as intended, I love it. There's a couple things that we need to go in and fix, but I love it. Rules as intended. All right.
Yeah.
So
I want to see Pokeniners.
yeah, before we end the stream tonight, we're gonna take a look at least one.
I want to see that their Gish sorcerer.
Yeah. Let's see. Order of the Hexblood, Artificer Specialist Appraiser, College of Pages, Himlin the Chasm Dwarf. I love that. Circle of Luster.
I love the Chasm Dwarf.
We got the gem. The Gish Sorcerer isn't complete, so I want to take a look at at the gem-based druid that they were saying.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, how do I go into it? Download, share, view.
Maybe just click on it.
The dots. Where are the dots?
The 3 dots at the top right.
I don't see them. Am I? Oh, okay.
Share one?
Druidic Circle. Circle of Luster. All right. All right. Let's let me.
You need to get a voice for this.
Wait. Real quick.
You need-
Is Stelladris. What is Stelladris? Like, what is their race? What is their gender? All that stuff. And I'll try and do a voice for Stelladris.
It's a female gnome.
Yes.
Only because I want to hear you make a voice for it.
Yeah.
Male Crystal Dryad. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, I am an aspiring voice actor. All right. And my lesson to you, my students, as the world grows more complex and advanced in the coming times, stand firm in the humble beginnings of life and creation. Recognize that we are but simple creatures in the vast multiverse, similar to a grain of sand among the shore. Only through understanding that simplicity can you grow into something truly wondrous. Lessons of Stelladris, the Crystal Keeper. So cool.
I like it. Very eloquent.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to do all this stuff. And remember, Andrew, on pretty much every major thing in this book, there's gonna be footnotes of Wayne's shower thoughts.
Yep.
on each of these, even if you don't encounter them in the campaign. You can just assume that he encountered them at some point in his travels, maybe when he was with Dante.
Smells like feed.
Yeah.
Quick, dump a bucket of water over my head. I need some
Okay.
shower thoughts.
All right. So, the sheer beauty and magnificence of the gemstones throughout the material plane are inspiring to many druids. These gemstones come in all sorts of forms, and each refracts the light they encapsulate. Its own unique way. Even the most complex creations of the world can have the simplest designs and lessons within them. Subclass features. At second level, you choose to identify with the circle of druids. Your choice grants you features at second level, and again at 6th, 10th, and 14th level. Crystalline Body. Starting at second level, you gain the ability to grow magical stones along your body to protect yourself. Oh yeah, I noticed the 2014 just because it starting at second level. It's pretty easy to convert them to 2024. It's just changing the levels, but yeah.
Yeah, most of the time they translate pretty well.
Yeah. I haven't had any trouble converting with conversions yet. Anyway, as an action, you can expend a use of your wild shape feature to enhance your body for 1 minute. You can choose to revert back to your original form before the effect ends, no action required. While you are in this form and you aren't wearing armor, your armor class equals 13 plus your wisdom modifier. The base armor class increases to 14 at 6th level, 15 at 10th level, 16 at 14th level, and 17 at 18th level. You cannot gain the benefits of a shield while in this form. Your crystalline body gains additional features at certain levels in this class. Okay, that is awesome.
I like that.
It gets really powerful, but I like the use of specifying that you can't use the shield, because as a game mechanic that could get pretty crazy, but since you specified that, getting
It makes me think of
at
Avatar.
at 18th level, having a max of 23 AC at 18th level isn't ridiculous. That's not
Well, and
overpowered.
as a druid too.
As a druid,
so.
that is, yeah, it essentially maxes out at 20. Oh wait, yeah, 17. Sorry, 22, not 23. I was adding the 5 to the 18th for the level, not the 17. But yeah, I was looking at the wrong number. But yeah,
It makes me think of
AC. It's good enough that it is really strong and useful throughout the whole game, but not so good that your DM is gonna hate you. It's that nice, perfect balance that is really well balanced.
you're just basically Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender when he's getting covered with the candy rocks.
You're just lopsided.
Uh,
All right. Luster Purge. Luster Purge. Also at 2nd level, the magical gems that have enriched your body increase your magical senses. You gain proficiency in the Arcana skill. That is really cool. If you are already proficient in it, you gain proficiency in one of the following skills of your choice: Insight, Medicine, Nature, or Perception. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses Arcana.
so you have expertise.
Yeah.
Nice.
You receive this benefit regardless of the skill proficiency you gain from this feature. After you take damage from a spell, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage taken. The damage reduced is equal to your Arcana skill modifier. Oh, that's cool. And it's niche, but when it comes up, it's really good. Reducing spell damage specifically. You can
But
use
it's
this
like, it's
effect-
nice because you have the expertise, but most druids aren't going to have a super high intellect.
Yeah, but that's still damage reduction.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Equal to your use it equal to your
That's great.
proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That is dope. That is just cool. I like that. I like
Being
that
covered in
ability
crystals.
to just negate magic specifically. There's not a thing like that in the game. Just being like, I really like that. It's you want to know what this is, like, the vibe this is giving me. This is giving me very much Nightborn vibes, like Suramar, World of Warcraft. Like,
I could see it.
this is what a Nightborn,
A little more crystally.
This is what a Nightborn druid would be. So halfway between the arcane and the druidism, you know? Anyway, Lustrous Beacon. At 6th level, you gain the ability to channel magic into crystals along the ground as an action or a bonus action while in your crystalline body form. Oh, that's cool. It becomes a bonus, so it just gets upgraded, and that's really cool. You can grow a small-sized crystal in an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of you on the ground. You can only have one crystal created by this feature at a time, and any crystal that remains when a new one is created turns to dust. The crystal has an AC of 20 and has 1 hit point. If the crystal requires a save against a spell, it uses your saving throw as its own. It takes no damage or effects if it succeeds, and is destroyed if it fails. As long as the crystal is active and you're within 60 feet of it, you can cast a spell from that crystal as if you were in its place, but you must use your own senses. That is really cool. Sounds a little bit familiar to something we worked on today. Except this one, I will admit, is worded so much more clearly and is way less complicated, and that is a good thing. We need to find ways to simplify that thing so it's easier to understand.
Yeah.
Additionally, as an action, you can expend a spell slot of 1st level or higher to have the crystal explode and scatter at nearby creatures. Creatures in a 50-foot radius of the crystal must succeed a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. Target takes 2d10 force damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. When you detonate this crystal using a spell slot 2nd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 each slot level above 1st. Borrowed wording a bit from the trickery domain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to do a bit more research on how things are worded so we can be consistent with the game's language. But once again, for programming in D&D Beyond, we don't really need to worry about that. We can worry about the nitty-gritty language when we are actually writing it
the
down.
book.
And also, you know, we're going to be paying an editor, so.
Yeah, that'll help.
But I really like this, because this right here is really cool. Because you're expending a spell slot. You basically get an exclusive spell. You basically get an exclusive spell with this, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Improved crystalline
Yep.
body.
Improved crystalline body. At 10th level, your lustrous body can repel hostile magic. While in your crystalline body form, whenever you make a saving throw that uses your charisma or intelligence, you can use your wisdom save bonus for the saving throw instead. Oh, that is dope.
That's nice.
And I also like this artwork that you got going on. This is really cool. I especially like this one. I just love how angry the camel is. And I love the style. It's so good. Thumbs up, Druidic delayed fireball. Yeah.
I feel like this could translate well as a new World of Warcraft class too.
World
Like
of
a
Warcraft
tanky one.
spec.
Class.
No.
Not as druid.
Not a druid
as
spec.
as
its own
as
class.
a new class. Yeah. Just like a crystal based one.
No, dude.
Have
This
it be a
is
tank.
the shaman tank spec.
There you go.
The shaman tank spec. Yep. All right. Refractive presence. Also at 10th level, you can refract the magic of you and your allies. When an allied creature casts a spell that targets you or the crystal from your Lustrous Beacon feature, you must know if either are being targeted. Oh, this art is from Hearthstone. Okay, I knew it was giving
That's
World of Warcraft
awesome.
vibes.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that straight up looks like a dude from World of Warcraft.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Well, you found the
I love
perfect
that.
stuff. When an allied creature casts a spell that targets you or the crystal from your Luscious Beacon feature, so I guess you either you must know if either are being targeted. So I'm guessing you either have to see it or they have to call it out if you can't see them, so you have to be aware of it. You can use your reaction to ignore any damage and effects and instead target a number of creatures you can see within range as if you cast the spell. The number of
that's
creatures you
mean.
can choose to redirect the spell to equals half your proficiency bonus. So basically, if your buddy if you're surrounded by enemies, you can have your buddy cast Fireball on you, and if you can see it coming, you become a prism. You can see it coming. Everyone around you takes that damage, but if there's like 3 guys that are outside, you can refract it. Nope, you get damage too. Oh no,
That's
unfortunately
awesome.
no. Oh wait, I see. Oh, okay. Single target. Oh wait, I see. Yeah, that makes more sense. So they can cast Scorch, they can cast like Eldritch Blast on you, and then you can spread that to multiple targets. So you turn a single target spell into an AoE. Okay. That is
I
even
like
cooler,
that.
actually. Yeah, I misunderstood it. Yes, Fireball won't work. I misunderstood it. Honestly, working like that, they give it like the twin spell meta magic. Yeah, that is actually really cool. I really like that. Yeah, if I finished reading the paragraph, I would have seen that. The original spell must only target one creature and can't have a range of self. You can use this effect any number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That is so cool. That is so cool. Just be like, hit me with that. I'm trying to think of a really good.
You know, it's like when Iron Man shoots Captain America's shield. With the big beam, and he refracts it over the enemies.
Yeah, so you can max out at 3 targets with a single spell. Okay, now here's a question I have for you. If I cast Scorching Ray on this druid, can they only redirect one of those rays? So because it fires 3 rays out by default, so could I funnel all 3 of the rays into the through the prism and potentially hit
I would probably limit it per dice roll, you know?
Only one ray would get prism. Okay, so basically
Yeah.
one thing. Okay.
Because you're doing 3 separate attacks with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that could get pretty broken if you
Freaking 12.
turn 3 into well, you'd be able to turn it into 9.
Or 9, yeah, because you're doing it 3.
All right. Then you get improved crystalline body. At 14th level, the gemstone around you bless your crystalline body feature with new abilities. And it'd only be the first target for the reaction. Yeah, that's true, because you'd have to use your reaction 3 times to refract it.
Yep.
All right. So new abilities. Where you're in your crystalline body form, you gain the stated effects below, similar to being under the effects of the Investiture of Stone spell. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. You can use your action to create a small earthquake on the ground in a 15-foot radius centered on you. Other creatures on the ground, on that ground must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. And you can move across difficult terrain made of earth or stone without spending extra movement. You can move through solid earth or stone as if it were air and without destabilizing it, but you can't end your movement there. If you do so, you are ejected to the nearest unoccupied space, and you are stunned until the end of your next turn. Ooh, then that is so cool.
I would probably add like a little damage thing too. Like it hurts you a little bit.
Being stunned until the end of you losing a turn is way more painful than any damage you could ever take.
No, I'd say do both. Because that's how most of the other stuff is. It's if you're going through something, if you end there, you take a little bit of force damage and you get ejected out.
Yeah, but you don't get stunned. I feel like being stunned is a harsher punishment. Losing your next turn?
Dude, being stunned always feels so sad.
And he took the spell as inspiration. I think that's also how the spell works.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But once again, stunned is that is very brutal. I like it.
You're also getting auto crit if you get hit. Yeah. Yeah, the spell originally stunned drop concentration on the spell. Yeah. Yeah. I like the stunned because especially druids are a bit tankier too.
Well, especially where you're basing it on the spell, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I would keep it as is.
And druids are also just a bit tankier, so damage just wouldn't be too big a deal.
Yeah.
But
the other thing with this,
can't concentrate on spells, I believe, so you also lose concentration.
Correct.
Yeah, I feel like stun is a big enough punishment for that. I really like it. And then Glimmering Gift. Also at 14th level, magical gemstones can be formed within your grasp. Once per turn, as a bonus action, you can create a magical gem that can be used as part of a spell this round. If you do not use the gem by the start of your next turn, the gem fades to dust. The gem can be used by you or another willing creature on their turn. The gem can be used on any spell that requires a consumable gemstone or gold, up to 1,000 gold pieces, as a material component. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again for 7 days. That is awesome!
That is a pretty cool.
That is awesome!
Feature.
That is so cool!
I like that. Well, especially up to 1,000, because that means you could do that one where you summon the that one spirit. You have to pay 1,000 gold for him to help you. But it's like a
Emergency
crazy one.
funds druid. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome.
Now, I feel like we should all give this a rating out of 10. For me personally, I'm going a straight 10 out of 10. I genuinely don't see literally anything on here that needs to be tweaked. Like, I honestly think this is better than almost all of the actual official subclasses for Druid. In terms
Well,
of...
I like how the tankiness kind of trades a little bit. Because usually when you're doing wild shape, your tankiness comes from getting more hit points and whatnot. But with this one, you get the bonus AC, which I really like.
Yeah, and so like this is just, yeah, I say 10 out of 10. I have zero things that need to change. I think this is,
It'd be fun to play.
yeah, this is just great out the box. I think Matt would really like to play this one.
Yeah.
He would.
All right.
Cool. All right, well, we're about 3 hours in, so
So yeah,
About time to call it.
okay, it's about time to call it. Okay, well, thank you to everybody who tuned in for the stream, lurking or otherwise. Also, thank you, Pokeniner, for sharing your incredible creativity. That it is some next level stuff. It is really, really good. I hope that once we tweak, playtest, and edit our stuff, I hope to be able to compare our stuff to yours. But yeah, thank you to everybody who tuned in. If you want to see more content and help us be able to spend time making more shorter form content, then feel free to support us on Patreon. Link will be down in the description once this turns into a normal YouTube video on YouTube. But it's just D-Fourtress at Patreon. At the different tiers, you'll get different Discord access, and of course, at the highest tier, you'll get the most access to that, and a permanent discount and everything in our merch store, which you can also check out our merch store at D4Tress.com. Here's Andrew in his Reiko shirt. Absolutely love it.
it's my favorite shirt.
And of course, speaking of patrons, thank you to our wonderful patrons, D4 Fan and Brennan. Your continued support is very much appreciated. You're at the Paragon tier, so you also get the personal shout-outs. But your support is very much appreciated, and it's really nice to know that we have you guys backing us. It really helps motivate us to, keep at the grindstone. So, thank you. Our deepest, sincere appreciation. And of course, before we head off, this is not a paid thing, but shout out to Tabletop Audio for this incredible background ambiance. Always a pleasure to listen to it. It always elevates the streams, both in-game and these Hangout streams, to the next level. And if you have the means to do so, support them on Patreon. I support them Patreon, and I encourage any creator or just DM that uses them to, if they can afford it, to also do it, because they can just elevate your D&D experience. That's going to be all from us tonight. Thank you all so much, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.